Hey there everybody, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully all y'all are doing great this week. Now, I came across this one video online and I'm pretty sure most of y'all have seen it in one way or another because it's gotten a lot of traction online and I kind of really just wanted to get my perspective on it. So you know what? Let's jump right into this.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Alright, so with just this little clip, I'm pretty sure all y'all have an idea of what video this is. Now, I find a lot wrong here. The first thing, though, is why is she recording? What's the purpose of having your camera out at this portion of the date? Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say that, of course, in this current, situation, you got to be careful, and maybe this time it's for protection. But nowhere in this video does it seem like she's worried about where she's at or who she's with. She doesn't seem like she's scared or nervous. Actually, she's fairly confident sitting in that chair. So what's the purpose of the camera? In my mind, the only thing that I can see here is that the purpose of the camera was straightforward to shame him because she was already noticing where they were at. She was kind of making faces as to what parking lot they were coming into. So in reality, she had already come into this date and she was being very rude, and it seemed like he was being fairly, gentlemanlike. So, I mean, there's just so much wrong in the very beginning of this entire recording. So let's check out the next part.
Oh, okay.
So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like.
Alright, well, I'm not going to show the rest of the video, but I will leave the details below in case you guys want to check out the rest of it. Now, in this part of it, she's explaining to him that she's got a list of expectations that she, believes that she deserves at any point in time during a date. And he actually counters with a very reasonable list of his own expectations. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that he did that because it does show that both parties are allowed to have their own expectations. And in reality, one person's expectations don't outweigh that of the other. And in this case, she's kind of using being a woman as a reason to have more privilege towards this date, to get a lot more out of it than she's really entitled to. And I know that's kind of a symptom of what's going on with the whole aspect of feminism, and I do think that we're going in a completely wrong way with that. But here, I mean, it's kind of to the extreme. Now, later on in the video, you actually find out that the reason they aren't going on that fancier date is because she was over an hour late. He waited for her in a parking lot for over an hour before she came down, and in that aspect, he lost the reservation he had set. He had a fancier date all set up, but I mean, when the person you're going with isn't there at the time that you're expecting, what are you supposed to do? So he came up with plan B, and this is exactly where they were going. And honestly, the fact that he went with a plan B rather than, leaving the entire date, it shows a lot about him. And in this case, you really don't have any leg to stand on when you're over an hour late for your date. Because, I mean, it's just showing that you don't really care about the other party in this date and that you're obviously really rude to begin with. So, I mean, there's just a lot here that really needs to be reviewed. And I know everybody kind of, settled on the whole Cheesecake Factory thing, when in reality it had nothing to do with the Cheesecake Factory. It was the entitlement of the entire situation. Well, hopefully all y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Also, make sure to hit that little notification button. That way you guys know when I drop my next video. And if you get the chance, check out my Twitch streams on Wednesdays and Fridays. Just check my page for the times. Well, thanks for joining me here today, everybody. Stay spicy, my friends.